He walked the streets of Sacramento, testing doors one after another. If a door was locked, he moved on. But if it opened, that meant you had invited him inside. On January 27, 1978, 38-year-old Evelyn Miroth forgot to lock her door. The Sacramento police received a frantic call from her neighbor on Marywood Drive. Something was terribly wrong at Evelyn's residence. When officers entered the house, they discovered what would later be described as a house of carnage. Near the entrance lay 51-year-old Dan Meredith in a pool of blood, a single gunshot wound to his head. In the bedroom, they discovered Evelyn Miroth's mutilated body. Her 6-year-old son Jason had been shot twice, and 22-month-old David Ferreira was nowhere to be found. The bathtub was filled with bloodied water. Complete handprints and shoe prints in blood covered every surface. Nothing had been stolen except Meredith's car keys and wallet. But what made investigators' blood run cold wasn't just what they found in that house of carnage. It was the realization that this exact same nightmare had happened just 4 days earlier. Background and early life. May 23, 1950, Santa Clara County, California. Richard Trenton Chase enters the world as the eldest of 2 children. His younger sister Pamela and his childhood were marked by violence and instability, with both parents described as disciplinarians who frequently beat their children. Arguments erupt constantly, each one more volatile than the last. For young Richard and Pamela, home is a war zone. By age 10, the warning signs are impossible to ignore. He's torturing cats, setting fires, wetting the bed. The McDonald triad, 3 behaviors that criminologists would later identify as harbingers of psychopathy. His classmates tease him, but he doesn't resist. He just absorbs it, passive and silent. But something's building inside. His teenage years bring new demons: marijuana, LSD, alcohol. He drowns himself in substances, perhaps trying to escape what he's becoming. Then he discovers something else. He's impotent, unable to have sexual relationships. For a teenager, it's devastating. His parents take him to psychiatrists, once at 12, again at 18. The diagnosis: chronic impotence and anger issues. The psychiatrist suspects mental illness, suggesting the impotence stems from suppressed rage. But no one follows up. No counseling. No treatment. Chase drifted through Mira Loma High School from 1964 to 1968, earning poor grades, but somehow graduating. He enrolls in American River College, where he maintains C's while his drug use accelerates. In February 1971, he moved into an apartment with friends. That's when things get strange. He barricades the doors, keeps taking drugs, so his roommates ask him to leave, but he refuses. So they move out instead. Descent into madness. As Richard Chase ages, reality begins to slip through his fingers, his heart stopping. Someone's stolen his pulmonary artery. His blood is turning to powder. These aren't metaphors to Chase, they're life-threatening emergencies. He holds oranges against his head, convinced his brain will absorb vitamin C through his skull. He shaves his head because he believes his cranial bones are moving, shifting beneath his skin, and he wants to watch it happen. In November 1972, his parents divorced. Chase bounces between their homes like a pinball, his behavior spiraling further into chaos. The law takes notice. In November 1972, arrested in Utah for a traffic violation. In April 1973, he's at a party, touching a girl inappropriately. Police escort him out. A .22 caliber gun tumbles from his belt. He's jailed, but his father bails him out. May 1973. Chase flees to Los Angeles to live with his grandmother, still complaining about imaginary head injuries. Within months, She can't take it anymore. She sends him back to Sacramento. Institutionalization and release. December 1973. Chase enters American River Hospital's psychiatric ward, frantic. Someone's stolen his pulmonary artery, he insists. The doctors diagnose acute paranoid schizophrenia, though they note it could be drug-induced psychosis. After 2 days, against medical advice and all sanity, his mother checks him out. His parents rent him an apartment. What happens next should have raised every red flag. Chase begins catching rabbits, gutting them, blending their remains with Coca-Cola. He drinks it, thinking his heart is shrinking and his blood needs replenishing. Neighbors notice their pets disappearing after Chase takes them inside. But no one really looks into the matter. April 26, 1976. His father finds him barely conscious as he has injected himself with rabbit blood. This time, the system intervenes. May 18, 1976. Chase is involuntarily committed to Beverly Manor Psychiatric Hospital. The diagnosis: severe schizophrenia. He talks openly about killing rabbits, drinking their blood. One day, the staff found him with blood smeared around his mouth, and outside his window, 2 dead birds were found with broken necks. Antipsychotics bring him back from the edge. By September 1976, he seemed stable enough for release. However, the staff members don't think he's safe. They voice their concerns, but no one listens. His mother takes custody, but she's uncomfortable seeing him so medicated, so docile. Without consulting his doctors, she takes him off his antipsychotics. The monster awakens. Chase returns to torturing animals. He buys a gun, and he finds it much easier to drink their blood after the gunshot wound. During one visit, his mother witnesses him tear open a dead cat and smear its blood across his body. However, she never reports it. The murder spree, December 2nd, 1977. Chase purchases a .22 caliber semi-automatic pistol. The countdown begins. December 29th, 1977. Ambrose Griffin, 51, an engineer, helps his wife carry groceries into their home. A car rolls by. A shot rings out. Griffin crumples, a bullet in his chest. The first known murder. A drive-by killing that seems almost random. But Chase is just warming up. January 23rd, 1978. Teresa Wallen, 22 and 3 months pregnant, takes out the trash. Her front door unlocked. Chase walks right in. 3 bullets tear through Teresa's body. He grabs a butcher knife. What follows is unspeakable. Rape, mutilation, cannibalism. He cuts her nipples and drinks her blood. January 27th, 1978. Evelyn Miroth's door is unlocked. To Chase, this is an invitation. Dan Meredith dies first, a bullet to the head in the hallway. Evelyn is next, shot dead, her body violated in ways that defy humanity. 6-year-old Jason, found in his mother's bedroom, 2 bullets to his small head. And then David Ferreira, just 22 months old. Gone. Chase steals Meredith's car, abandoning it blocks away with the engine still running. Back at his apartment, he does the unthinkable. He kills the toddler and consumes parts of his brain. The baby's mutilated body was found on March 24th, 1978, in a cardboard box in a vacant lot. The FBI arrives. Agents Robert Ressler and Russ Vorpagel build a profile. White male, 25 to 27, thin and malnourished. Single, living alone within a mile of the abandoned car. His home will be filthy, chaotic, contaminated with evidence. He'll have a history of mental illness and drug use. Unemployed, a loner who rarely leaves his apartment. The locals' interviews begin, and someone mentions a man in an orange hoodie. Nancy Holder comes forward. A man in orange hoodie approached her recently. She didn't recognize him at first. His appearance was too unsettling. A background check reveals a .22 caliber gun registered in his name. January 27, 1978. Police arrive at Chase's apartment, but he won't open the door. They wait in the hallway, hidden. January 28, 1978. Chase emerges, orange hoodie, carrying a box. Officers move in. They find Dan Meredith's wallet, and as they enter his apartment, the walls, the floor, everything is drenched in blood. David Ferreira's brain sits in a container. His body parts were wrapped in plastic. Pieces of Evelyn Mirath and Teresa Wallen stored in the refrigerator like leftovers. Trial and verdict. January 2nd, 1979. Chase's trial opens. He pleads not guilty by reason of insanity, but 2 psychiatrists testify he was sane during the murders. The evidence? He wore gloves. Premeditation, planning. The defense argues mental illness drove him. He didn't cover his tracks, they say. He left evidence everywhere. How could that be premeditated? May 8th, 1979. The jury deliberates. 1 hour. That's all it takes. Guilty on all 6 counts of first-degree murder. The penalty phase takes longer. 4 hours. The decision, death by gas chamber. Chase was sent to San Quentin State Prison, where other inmates feared him and often encouraged him to kill himself. He's transferred to Vacaville State Hospital, then back to death row. FBI agent Robert Ressler requests an interview. Chase agrees. They discuss his delusions, his need for blood. Ressler asks how he chose his victims. Chase's answer is chilling. I walked the streets testing doors to find one unlocked. If the door was locked, that means you're not welcome. December 26th, 1980. At age 30, a guard found Richard Chase dead in his cell. The autopsy reveals an antidepressant overdose. For weeks, he'd been saving his medication. One night, he took them all. Richard Chase's case stands as one of America's most disturbing criminal histories. A catastrophic failure of the mental health system. Multiple diagnoses of paranoid schizophrenia. Numerous hospitalizations. Warnings from professionals that he was dangerous. Yet he was released. Taken off medication, set loose, the system failed Chase. It failed his victims even more. His story remains a stark reminder. Adequate mental health care isn't optional. It's essential. And always, always lock your door. If you found this case informative, consider liking the video and subscribing for more true crime stories like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next case.